Kia whānau, welcome to Taitokoro Northland, one of the largest regions in New Zealand to explore. We're famous for our rich culture and history, our contrasting coastlines, our ancient living forests, and we've got over 800 kilometres of subtropical pathway to explore. With Northland's long hot summers and mild winters, it makes it an all-year-round destination for your clients to visit. Northland is easy accessible from Auckland International Airport with just a 25-minute flight to Whangarei and a 35-minute flight to the Bay of Islands Airport in Kerikeri. Now, if you decide to drive, it's just a 2 hours drive to Whangarei, a 3 hours drive to Paihia, or 4 hours across to the Hokianga. I'm super excited to show you around our region, so let's head off to our first stop. I'm here at the Mania Footprints of Kupe Heritage and Cultural Centre with Bronwyn.
Kia ora.
Kia ora. Hey, so tell me about the story behind Kupe.
So our Mania tour experience tells the story of our great ancestor Kupe, who first discovered Aotearoa, New Zealand.
Should we go and take a look?
Let's do that.
Cool. So what will visitors experience here?
So our main experience begins by meeting your tour guide. Your tour guide then takes you through a natural concourse paved by Māori carvings. Now these carvings are representations of our Māori atua. You will learn about the role that they played in helping Kupe arrive safely to Aotearoa, New Zealand, deepening your understanding about our Māori customs and how we are connected to the physical world and the spiritual world. So Kupe, he left his homeland of Raiatea, an island located near Tahiti, and he sailed his wakamatawhao across the Pacific Ocean, Te Moana Nui Akiwa. After visiting many other islands, he and his wahine Kura Marotini discovered Aotearoa. Now it is said that the name Aotearoa originates from the land's first sighting by Kupe's wife, Kura Marotini. In Raiatea, he gave his navigational knowledge and skills to his grandson Nukutawhiti, where Nukutawhiti soon after returned back to Hokianga. So Nukutawhiti, he led the great migration of Polynesian people to this land. So here at Mania, we talk about our first human story. This is the next part of our tour. So this theatre is for the experience, multi-sensory, where you can see, hear, feel and smell the story of Kupe. So the amazing technology used in our theatre is only embedded by two performers who are both direct descendants of Kupe, 42 generations later reenacting his journey.
Thank you so much for showing me around today, Bronwyn. It's been a truly moving experience.
You're welcome.
And now I'm going to head off to the Waipua Forest. Welcome to Tāne Mahuta, the Lord of the Forest. This majestic tree stands 150 feet tall with a girth of 15 metres. He's said to be between 2,000 to 3,000 years old. The best way to see the forest is with the Footprints Waipua tour. There are two tours available, the daytime tour and the twilight encounter. This is my favourite as it allows you to see the forest transition from daytime to night. You'll be met by your local guide who will share insightful and engaging stories, myths and legends of the ancient forest and trees. Your clients will leave with a greater understanding and connection of these ancient trees and forests in Northland. Next, we're going to head off to meet Bailey at Waitangi Treaty Grounds in Paihia in the beautiful Bay of Islands. Hi Bailey, thanks for having me here today at Waitangi Treaty Grounds. So tell me the significance of this place.
So Waitangi Treaty Grounds is the place where New Zealand's founding document, the Treaty of Waitangi, was signed on the 6th of February 1840. It's continued to be a place of significance for New Zealand, where every year on the 6th of February people gather to talk about what the treaty means today. Visitors can purchase an experience pass which is valid for 2 days and includes a guided tour, a traditional Māori cultural experience and access to our museums and other taonga on the site here. Our traditional Māori cultural performance includes a pōwhiri or a welcome, waiata or songs, haka, as well as a display of our Māori weaponry.
Bailey, tell me what evening experiences are available.
We have our hangi in concert, which is a way for people to experience a traditional Māori hangi, which is a meal cooked in the earth by one of our local hangi chefs. Then visitors will have challenges through the native bush, where they'll be greeted or challenged by our Māori performers. Then they'll finish up at the whare, where they will have another traditional Māori concert.
Hey Bailey, thanks so much for having me here today. It's been truly amazing. And now we're going to head south to our next location. Here we are at the Huntavasa Arts Centre with the Wairau Māori Art Gallery, and I'm with Pam today, who's going to tell us a little bit about the place.
Huntavasa gifted this building and the art to Whangarei, New Zealand and the world. It is the most amazing art gallery telling the story of his life when he lived in New Zealand from 1973 to 2000. We have 80 of his original works in here, plus photographs and everything that align with his environmental beliefs.
Well, the outside of the building is amazing, so I can't wait to see the inside. Let's go. Wow, Pam, I really love this one.
This is one of my favourites. It's got so many beautiful bright colours in it. Colour was really important to Huntavasa. He could never ever find the right black or the right terracotta, so he ended up using soot from his chimney and clay from the ground at his property in Kōranui in the Bay of Islands, mixed it with egg tempura, put it into little pots, and he found his perfect black and terracotta, and he carried those pots with him all over the world.
So Pam, thank you so much for showing us around today. It's been truly amazing.
You're so welcome.
So now we're going to check out some accommodation offerings from around the region. We've got some beautiful waterfront holiday parks in Northland. We've got motels, we've got hotels such as the Copthorne and the Scenic in the Bay of Islands. We've got great luxury offerings such as the Landing, Cowrie Cliffs and Eagle's Nest. And we're going to head up to one of my favourite places next, which is the Duke of Marlborough in Russell. So let's go and take a look. I'm outside the Duke of Marlborough with Jane, one of the owners. And Jane, can you tell people a little bit about the hotel?
This is the Duke of Marlborough Hotel. It's been on this spot since 1827. It was originally bought by a man called Johnny Johnson, and he named it Johnny Johnson's Grog Shop, which he then decided needed a little bit of grandeur to it, so he named it the Duke of Marlborough after one of UK's most grand gentlemen, the Duke of Marlborough. So we've got 38 rooms, starting from our premium waterfront rooms, which are just here on the front with an amazing view out onto the bay. They've all got super king-size beds, their own ensuite, and the tea and coffee making facilities. All of our rooms have got some beautiful artwork by Lester Hall, who's a well-known Northland artist. The remainder of the rooms are made up of superior rooms and classic rooms.
Awesome. And now I hear that the food and beverage offering at this place is pretty amazing. Should we go and check out the restaurant and bar?
It's great. Shall we go?
Yeah.
So we've got today our oysters, so it's a selection of different types of oysters, all sourced from the Waikari Bay Inlet, which is just a few kilometres down the road. And we've paired it with a nice rosé from the Marsden Estate Winery.
Brilliant. And what makes dining here so special?
Well, I guess aside from the view, we really pride ourselves on good Kiwi hospitality, and we really want to showcase the best of Northland as much as we can and support local produce and beverage suppliers. For example, our fish is actually often delivered right in at the wharf on a boat, and we take it in the kitchen and go from there. So as fresh as we can get it.
Oh, well, cheers. Shall we get stuck in?
Exactly.
So here we are on the beautiful Russell Wharf, which is just a 1-minute stroll from the Duke of Marlborough Hotel. So this is the gateway to some of the amazing water activities here in the Bay of Islands. A few of my favourites include the Fuller's Great Sights Hole in the Rock tour, which is a half-day excursion. If you want to relax a little bit, you could jump on the tall ship and go for a cruise with Artuka Thompson, or you could take a sunset cruise with Barefoot sailing. And if you're feeling a little bit more adventurous, you could hop on board one of the game fishing boats and head out into the blue water and catch yourself a marlin or a kingfish. Also, you can hire a kayak or join one of the many kayaking tours where you can enjoy some snorkeling and swimming here in the Bay of Islands. Thank you so much for joining me on this virtual tour of Te Hiku, Northland, and we cannot wait to welcome your clients back here soon.